I invite all of you to join me in welcoming to the podium the College of Arts and Letters 2018 undergraduate student commencement speaker, Peyton Toro.
Welcome, friends, family, faculty, and of course, most importantly, the graduating class of 2018. Michigan State University. There's a flood of emotions that comes to mind when I hear those words in 2018. For me, this day marks my family's first ever bachelor's degree. For the class of 2018, this day marks the beginning of a transition to the next stage of our lives. For MSU, this year marks a lot of big changes in a lot of big ways. So, as Spartans, vamos a comenzar. Let us start. Let us start by remembering the moment we decided to apply to this university. My freshman year of high school, I had heard that a few of my fellow drumline members in the drumline in the marching band had got into MSU. I was utterly amazed. I thought, how in the world did they manage to do that? That school's for the really, really smart kids. I could never get in there. Then, my senior year of high school, I applied to MSU a week before the deadline. And that's because I didn't get into a different school. But, and as cliche as it sounds, I could not have been more grateful to have had my path lead me to Michigan State University. Now let us start by thinking back to our very first class here at MSU. Anxious, excited, probably lost in Wells Hall and still fond of our new roommate. Do you remember the first time your professor asked a non-rhetorical question and the room stayed silent? Did they say something like, "You know, I'm comfortable with silence"? Did you raise your hand or did you stay silent? Let us start by thinking of the ways we set ourselves up for success here at MSU, or maybe how it took some time for us to do so. Now, how I define success is inevitably unique from the definitions of my peers, my professors, and even my parent. Maybe success was just passing classes for some of us. Maybe it was getting all 4.0s or getting involved in as much as possible on campus. Maybe it was just having enough time outside of class to hold a few jobs to pay the tuition bill. However we all personally define success during our undergraduate journey as Spartans, we're all here today sharing the same space with a degree from a university committed to excellence. For the Spartans of ancient Greece, to surrender in battle was the ultimate disgrace. The students of Michigan State University are ones who refuse to surrender to corruption, to flawed systems, or to complacency. I have been inspired by the strength of you all as my peers, not only as students who study and have jobs and responsibilities, but as people who are empathetic and persistent in the pursuit for justice during a time that has been extensively trying on campus. The year of 2018 at Michigan State University has had a lot of disappointing moments, and I couldn't possibly speak today without acknowledging that. Even at my graduate program visits across the country, people that I met couldn't help but ask what it's like to be on campus right now. But during moments of lost hope and frustration this year, I had to remind myself that we, the ones who are consistently fighting alongside one another to better and to protect our MSU. Our reputation does not sit behind bars. MSU is made of the people who created, manage, and participate in MSU's high school equivalency program for migrant farm workers. MSU is made of the people who have worked to create a nationally recognized program for the retention of first-generation college students as Spartan Success Scholars, of which I am one. MSU is made of those who created the Women of Color Initiative here at MSU to combat institutionalized racism and increase representation in academia. MSU is made of the staff that inspires its students. It's made of the college that constantly works to better their students. And it's made of the students who work, learn, and give back. After doing some research on ancient Greece, I learned that Spartan women had a contemporary reputation of being independent-minded and well-educated. This year at MSU, well, all I can say is, what a time to be a Spartan woman and a supporter of Spartan women. I am infinitely grateful to be here with all of you. Now let us start by thinking of the ways that we, as true Spartans, ones who don't quit when the job gets tough, can continue to strive for excellence. The verb start means that something is coming into being or causing something to happen. Its definition is as malleable as we make it. We can start being leaders in our communities. We can start changing systems that are unjust. We can start believing that we're capable of doing these things. Now, the noun start represents the earliest moment in time that something has happened. After a commencement, something that didn't exist before now exists. This time, it's a room full of passionate, creative thinkers and dreamers ready to take on the world. We must continually look back in order to propel us forward, acknowledging our roots, remembering our privileged moments, and reflecting on our not-so-privileged moments. But to reflect is not the same as to dwell. Growing up, I remember hearing the phrase, under-promise, overachieve. In high school, I tried pulling that one on my mom to explain why I had a C on my English midterm. It didn't work. Ironically, though, I did end up as an English major. But I'm going to tell you right now, I could not have started my own business alongside being a resident assistant and an intern for the college, all while going to school full-time if I was okay under-promising myself and then hoping to overachieve. Class of 2018, do not sell yourself short. Make outrageous promises to yourself and then hold yourself accountable. Be open to and set yourself up for any opportunity, because it will either lead to success or to knowledge. The Spartans' Will slogan leaves room for the positive personalization of action for the greater good. But 2018 taught us that true Spartans will not make excuses. We're going to leave this building and enter into our futures ready to inspire, to create, and to innovate. Congratulations to all my fellow grads and families. We made it.